go back to Haig.
Okay, so Haig is he's standing there smoking a cigarette and trying not to look like he was trying to eavesdrop. Trying to look casual.
All right, we're hungry and we could use a drink. And since we aren't getting home anytime soon, as you said, let's chat.
He seems surprised, like he was expecting you to be a little more difficult about this, and then immediately tries to cover the surprise with joviality and is like, "Oh, good, you're gonna be friendly. I like that. Let's go." And he takes you down a street, sort of into the parish that you're already in. And as you're navigating the parish, I think, Sharr, you notice you're being followed. I imagine that's probably not news, but you definitely notice you have a tail. And I think that, B, you notice some graffiti on one of the walls that's, like, everything here is sort of gray and rust colored, and it's kind of the same, all the same sort of dull color palette, everything's sort of soot stained, but you notice some really brightly colored graffiti on one wall, like just a strange symbol that you recognize. Where have you seen this graffiti before?
I've seen it on, like, a flag in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. And
okay, cool.
Yeah, it kind of represents, like, a cult.
Yeah, it sure does. Okay. Do you wanna like stop and, like, it's on the tip of your tongue? We're trying to recognize where it's from. If you stop and take a closer look at it, Haig will notice that you're looking at it, and he'll see it too, that it's of interest to you. But you'll get a chance to recognize it if you want. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I am a little bit curious about it. My curiosity does get the best of me. I want to have a closer look.
Okay. All right. So you stop, and then Lord Stuffsnob, he stops and looks at it. Go ahead and roll spout lore. Roll plus your intelligence, and we'll see what you know about this strange graffiti.
So I'm rolling 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 plus whatever your intelligence modifier is, if you have one.
And that's the one?
Yeah, just the bonus.
11.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, so on an 11 on spout lore, I'll tell you something interesting and useful. So the interesting bit is that this symbol is it's the symbol of a particular goddess. So it is it's like a religious marking. It's meant to look like hastily erected graffiti. If you look at it from the right angle, it looks like a feather, and part of the graffiti sort of tails off from the top of the feather to look like fire. And it's the sigil of a goddess named Burning Feather. And she's also known as Our Lady of Intoxicants. She's the goddess of drugs, basically. And the useful thing that you notice about this is that when you stop and look at it, you catch Lord Snuff looking at it, and he tries to be subtle but doesn't, and he makes some kind of gesture, like it's obviously like a religious gesture, kind of like crossing yourself, but something else. Like he touches his heart and then makes the like drinky motion, and then kind of shifts his vest to cover something, and then looks at you like, what are you looking at? The rest of you kind of stop, and Haig stops when he notices that you've all stopped in this like alley. Anybody else want to do anything? You notice this like brief exchange between the two of them.
Yeah, I start giving him the death stare, and I know automatically that something is up here.
Okay.
He's looking like he's fidgeting, and I know that he's got something hidden underneath that vest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I notice enough to do anything. I would just keep paying attention to Haig.
Okay.
I'm kind of preoccupied by whoever I feel like is following me. I can like feel eyes on my back.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like standing there, like trying to be nonchalant, and I actually take out my short sword and just like
cool.
rest it on my shoulder.
Trying to look tough.
Trying to look way tougher than I actually am.
Okay, cool. Are you trying to like intimidate the people who might be following you, or like get them to hesitate a little bit?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you
do something for that?
Yeah. Why don't you defy danger? You can defy danger with your charisma or your strength, whichever you prefer. If you're trying to look tough with your face, roll with charisma. If you're trying to like flex your muscles and show off what a badass you are, you can roll with strength. Either way.
Those are both my worst stats. Yay!
Nice.
I was gonna say whichever one's higher.
2d6
Yeah, 2d6 plus or minus whatever.
plus nothing. Oh, whoops.
I did that too.
Everybody gets one of those.
Totally.
Okay.
7.
All right. So I think on a defy danger, the way it works is that on a 10 or better, you universally get what you want. You would intimidate them, and they'd be like, "Whoa, got a badass over here." But on a 7 to 9, there's some like additional like cost or something like else bad sort of comes of it. So you get what you want. You notice the people that are following you kind of like take a step back, but you also notice they're not maybe who you expected. You're not being followed by lamp blacks. The person following you, there's just one of them, it's a woman, and she's wearing like a very nice, it was at some point, it looks like a nice sort of like aristocratic like gown, and she's got like a veil, and she's carrying like a silk purse, but it looks like she was buried in it. It's like all like rotting and covered in dirt. And the bag is torn open and kind of like dripping. You can't see her face, but when you turn and look at her, you know that you don't make eye contact, but she acknowledges you and kind of takes a step back. Like you've forced her to kind of back off. But yeah, someone more sinister than just the regular lamp blacks are following you. The lamp blacks are following you, but they're doing it kind of out in the open.
Okay.
Okay. Onward?
Yeah, onward.
Okay.
When I ask Haig, I want to ask Haig where we're going.
Yeah, you can be talking to Haig while you're walking. Sure.
So Haig, where are you taking us?
He says, "Has a bar around the corner I like to frequent. The Nail in the Bottle."
We're all pretty hungry. Is there food here?
And kind of squints at you, and he's like, "Well, is beer's food, right?"
No, we need some pizza. Do you know a bar that serves pizza?
It's like, can't say I've ever heard of that before, but
do you
you
know
can always...
of a pizza place near a bar? Eh?
He's like, we could always ask for you. There's often food stalls outside the bar looking to feed those.
Why don't you send one of your little?
Much.
I kind of just point off into the general crowd.
Yeah.
One of your little miscreants off to go get us some food.
And he kind of looks at you like he's taken aback, like, "Miscreants, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about."
Can we get like 3 large pizzas? Pepperoni?
He kind of scowls at you and then looks sideways at someone, like one of his obvious goons, and kind of just like gestures for them to go and see if they can find some food.
Thanks, buddy.
It's like, I aim to please.
Good.
So as promised, you arrive outside of the Nail in the Bottle Tavern. It's a one-story, like small little bar wedged between like a leatherworker's shop and a like a hat maker. It's got thick, sort of frosted glass windows. There's a dull yellow light coming from inside. In this parish, it's really hard to tell what time of day it is. I mean, that's true of most places, but the sky is so smoggy that you just get kind of a diffused twilight all the time. So you can see the light coming from inside, and there's like noise. There's obviously people in there. You think you can hear someone playing like an accordion or something. And Haig gestures to the door. It's like, "After you."
I put my hand up to what's his name, Lord Snuff, as like a hold on, and I poke my head and like look about for a moment, make sure that there's no obvious like guys with spears trying to stab us.
Yeah. You check your headphones and adjust your sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly.
The satyr has landed. Okay. Roll discern realities. Roll plus wisdom.
All right, where is? There's roll 20. I found it. Our 2d6 plus my wisdom is -1.
Okay.
6.
Ooh. Looks safe enough.
Yeah, cool. I wave everyone in.
All right.
Okay, don't forget to mark experience if you fail a roll.
Right. Best system ever.
Okay, so Leo, you're going to go in first.
Wait. What
Lord
about
Snuff.
experience and failing?
Yeah, can you
So if you fail a roll, which I think only
I did.
and
Didn't
count
I?
count your first rolls too. So
I got a 1-1 at some point, I thought.
yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Lyzel, you should have one, and then you should have another one from failing your very first roll.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever else got B, I think you failed that first roll too, right?
Yeah, and a
Okay,
fail is under 7, right?
Yeah, 6 or less.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so with Leo says, yeah, it's all fine. Let's head in, and Haig nods like, yes, of course it is. How dare you even imply that he would lead you into an ambush?
Mm-hmm.
So Leo, you go inside. Who's going in next? Lord Snuff is going to try and go in next unless someone stops.
I'm gonna go in next.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the stink eye as well as I do it.
I'll let Lord Snuff go in front of me,
Okay.
whichever.
And then you'll go in behind him, and then Sharr, are you going in last?
Sure.
Okay, and then Haig comes in behind you, and he closes the door. So the inside of the nail in the bottle is, in most respects, your average kind of Victorian-esque like a bar. Like it's got some dirty tables and a fireplace that's out in one corner full of ash. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a long time. There's a bar with a bunch of like filthy whiskey bottles behind it. You don't see a bartender anywhere. There are some people in the bar. It would take you a while to categorize all of their various races. Imagine kind of like the cantina in Star Wars. Like it's just strange humanoids and other alien races all filling the tavern. And at the far back near where the fire would be, if it was still capable of being lit, there is a woman sitting and playing some kind of strange musical instrument. And she's got like 6 arms. Otherwise, she appears to be humans, but she has 6 arms. She's playing this weird sort of 6-armed accordion thing. And she's got a hat upside down in front of her, and people have put some coins in it. The place seems pretty busy. And when Haig comes in, he points to a table near the back and gestures for you guys to go and sit. And he says, I'll go get us drinks.
I accompany him to get the drinks.
Okay. Everybody else just going to go sit?
Yeah, I'm just going to sit down.
Okay.
I'm really into the accordion player, but I'm going to sit down.
Sure.
I am doing my best to make sure I watch what's being poured into all of our glasses.
Okay. All right.
I kind of pace around nervously, and after a few moments, I ask, like, hey, where's that pizza?
Who are you asking? You're just like shouting to him
Haig.
at the bar? Okay, so he's at the bar. Do you go to the table or do you just come with him to pester him about the pizza?
I mean, I'll pace around awkwardly for a while, and then I'll go up to him after it's been like a minute. I'm like, hey, dude, where's the pizza?
Okay. So he comes up to the bar and he knocks loudly on it and shouts to the back room. And after a minute, a large sort of spherical creature floats in from the back room. It's basically like a kind of scaly ball with a mouth and an eye on the front and several sort of tentacles emerging from its head with little eyes on the end of it. If you know what a beholder is, it's one of those.
Google
So
it.
it floats into the room from the bar, and Haig waves to it, and it says something in a language that maybe you don't understand, unless anyone speaks devil. What do you think?
Unfortunately, no.
No? Okay. It's speaking some kind of infernal, like, hell tongue, which Haig apparently is fluent in. So they have a short conversation. And then the creature points one of its eye stalks down under the bar and levitates a bunch of dirty glasses onto the bar. And then another of its eye stalks swivels and it picks up a bottle and pours whiskey into some glasses. Haig sweeps the glasses onto a tray that's lying nearby. Lyzel, can you make a defy danger with wisdom, please?
Sure.
I'm going to keep an eye on his sleight of hand.
Seven.
Okay. So he puts something in one of the drinks, but you lose track of which one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just one. He just he's palming something and he drops it. There's like a slight plip as it falls in the drink, and then he shuffles them around enough as he's putting them on the tray that you don't see which one it is.
Okay.
And then he returns to the table. So the glasses are, like I said, they're sort of like whiskey tumblers. They're just short glasses with maybe like 2 ounces of some smoky smelling fluid in them. And he puts them down on the bar. The beholder continues to float, tending bar, and the accordion player plays on. It's loud enough that at your table you can have a more or less private conversation. And when Haig brings the drinks back, Lord Snuff pretty much looks like he's just going to grab a random glass and drink the whole thing unless someone wants to stop him.
I was going to wait and let Haig set the glasses down, but...
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if at any point, like, I'll just narrate stuff. If you want to just jump in and be like, hold on.
I wanted to wait and see whose glasses he gave to who, and I was going to switch.
He doesn't. He just puts them all on the table, and then Snuff, like, with a clatter of hooves, like, leaps up on the table, like, puts his belly up on the table and, like, slides forward and tries to grab one.
I mean... I guess I let him.
It's okay. All right. So one of the
1 in 7 or 1 in 6 or whatever.
One of the glasses, he just downs it in no time, turns it upside down, puts it on the table, kind of shivers a little bit.
How strong am I? Like, if he passes out, can I carry him? Like, fly away with him?
I don't know. How big are you?
I'm a fairy goblin.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I could like shapeshift into a giant cat.
Right. Yes. Then if you shapeshifted into like a saber-tooth tiger, you could just pick him up by the scruff of his neck.
Future plan, everyone.
Carry him around.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
I'm good for now.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll let him drink.
That kind of stuff all really depends on the parish you're in too, right? Like if there's like less gravity, it's easier to do stuff like that. But here it's pretty baseline standard. Yeah. No. But he seems, if anything, he seems bolstered by the drink. He gets a little less pale. Like wipes some of the sweat off of his forehead. Kind of nods. And he's like, "Yeah. Now I'm in a better mood." And he sits down and looks like he's eyeballing the other drinks. Like, you guys gonna drink those or?
I'm waiting for the pizza, man.
Yeah, pizza first.
I just pull one in front of me and kind of like sit there with it.
Kind of look at it.
Yeah.
I'll hold one, but I'm not really drinking it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna grab one as well, but I'm actually gonna watch his eyes as I grab it. See if
so you're trying to get a read on Haig, like when someone takes the right drink, you're looking for a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think he's pretty good at hiding his intentions. Your mental powers, your psychic powers don't extend to like ESP or anything, right? You can only just move stuff.
I think I have a pretty good read on people, but I can't read their thoughts exactly. No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's defy danger with your wisdom for me. Let's see if you can pick up his.
Two. Oh.
Okay, a 9.
Shit,
all
sorry
right.
to change the overlay. There we go.
So, all right, I'll give you a choice. You're pretty sure that you get a reaction. It's hard to say whether it's a positive or a negative reaction, but he reacts pretty strongly to the drink that Sharr took, and the drink that is left behind once everyone else has taken one. Like he looks at both of them, kind of like there's a flash of emotion, but it's hard to say. Like there's something up with one of them. And then everyone kind of just awkwardly waits for everyone else to drink, I guess. Like, hey, thanks. Yeah, and Haig kind of looks at you guys like, well, this is friendly, I guess.
Well, I'm going to look at Haig right in the eyes, and I'm going to be like, drink up, Haig.
Okay, he looks at you, and he's like, well, I paid for the drinks. I thought it was only appropriate, but I suppose if you insist, I could. And he picks it up, and he's like, how about a toast? And he like holds the glass up. And then he looks at Sharr. Do you pick up your glass?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he's looking at you expectantly, like, how about you make a toast? And he's just like eyeballing you, like waiting for you to drink.
I raise the glass to my mouth,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of like subtly petting Bear under my table,
Okay.
and he's like right under my elbow, right? So he like looks up at me, and I'm like, damn,
Stupid worm.
God, party foul. What the hell, man? I'm so sorry. Let me go get another drink for myself, and then we'll toast, all right? And then I get up and I walk to the bar.
All right. Okay. So when you do that, Haig kind of sighs heavily and is like, well, we'll call that one the one we pour out for dead companions. And he downs his, turns it over and puts it on the table. Are the rest of you going to drink now that he's had his and the suspicious drink is on the floor?
Sure.
I come back with a nice Manhattan, perfect cherry in it.
You actually get intercepted on your way to the bar. As soon as you leave, you hear, and everybody else sees this. Lord Snuff gets up and like trots after you. He's like, "Oh, another drink sounds great," and he follows after you.
Is money an object in the way that we're playing? Do I have any money?
Yeah, I mean, you're poor. Do you have any money?
I don't know.
Let's have a look at your character sheet. It'll be in
all I see is
the gear
adventuring
section. Yeah.
So nothing. So I do not come back with my.
Well, I mean, you could.
Manhattan.
It seemed like Haig didn't pay for his drinks. You could probably try and like convince the Beholder bartender to put it on their tab. But
I want to try to buy Snuff a drink.
okay, I'm sure he won't say no to that.
How should I do that? Should I like roll to see if I can like communicate with this like Beholder guy at all? Because I can't speak.
I don't know. I mean, he was speaking Infernal, but maybe he speaks other things. Yeah, I mean, you approach the bar, and he turns and looks at you with this enormous, like, beady middle eye. Do you have anything on you that's like innately magical? Or are dwarves like innately? Is there anything inherently magical about you just as a person, besides your personality? I guess.
Not really.
No. Okay.
I have a heritage move that's a little weird, but
Okay.
pretty much just the dwarf and leather.
So I think when the Beholder looks at you, it catches Snuff, at least from like the shoulders up. He doesn't quite reach the bar. It catches him, and he suddenly looks really like dizzy, and kind of staggers back. And then the Beholder says something like, he looks embarrassed, and kind of like it seems to be apologizing, and it like closes its middle eye, and the other eyes are kind of like writhing around. It looks like it's just committed some kind of faux pas and is like apologizing to Snuff.
All right. Does Snuff do anything?
He's
Like,
no,
does he notice this?
He's like braced on the bar and is like trying to catch his breath. He feels better once the Beholder isn't looking at him anymore.
Okay. Well, I'm probably the same height as Snuff, because I'm a little dwarf. So I guess we're both just kind of like looking goofy behind the bar, like,
yeah.
hey, man.
Leo's
Can we
getting a
get
little
more
frustrated.
You're like, where's my pizza?
Yeah, he's like keeps looking about. Like,
Hey man, 30 minutes or less or it's free, so.
yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Okay, so you just want to order a drink
Yeah,
and try and
I
put
just
on the
try to
tab?
order like 2 more cheap beers, whatever.
Okay, sure. Yeah, the Beholder doesn't respond in any way except to get you the drink, so it understands what you're saying. And yeah, it puts two drinks in like metal steins on the table. And Snuff grabs his, downs it all in one go, and throws it over the bar. And as you're walking back to the table, he again, like the next drink, seems to bolster him. He seems to be getting more alive every drink he has. And he says something to you like, he's like, just damn infernals. I never liked them myself. I mean, I'm not a racist or anything, but they're all evil, right?
And you?
So the two of them return to the table. Haig has just been kind of making like small talk, like how's it going? He tells you some stories about like the old gang, people getting arrested and stuff. And And then you get back to the table, and as you do, the door to the bar opens, and you see a rather put out lamp black carrying something folded in kind of greasy looking paper.
Does Haig notice this person?
Yeah, Haig looks at him and then looks at Leo and puts his hands up, and he's like, "I guess it's your lucky day." So this other lamp black joins you for a minute, and he puts this sort of greasy newspaper wrapped package on the table, and Haig looked at Leo and is like, "Dig in, courtesy of the lamp blacks."
Leo,
Do you like it?
I try it.
Okay, you want to open it up? It's a pizza. It's got seafood on it, like little whole crabs, just like on the pizza
I
shell
take
and
the
everything.
pizza and I throw it on the ground. And I say, "What is this? No anchovies and nothing like." I told you, a fucking pepperoni pizza. I draw my sword. I'm pointing at Haig. You get us a pepperoni pizza right now.
All right.
Put my sword away.
So is the intent here? It sounds like you're trying to do one of two things. You're trying to either straight up get a pepperoni pizza, or you're trying to intimidate Haig, or somewhere in between the two.
I'm trying to intimidate Haig into getting me a pepperoni pizza, so I can use my chill out ability and make friends with Haig. But
Nice.
I can't eat the seafood shit.
You're a scary turtle, man. Why don't you parlay with Haig?
Oh God.
Your leverage is physical violence. So the thing is, he gets you a pizza or you beat him up. So roll and add your charisma.
2d6 plus 0.
Plus your charisma, yeah.
11.
Awesome. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. All right. On a hit, he asks you for something, and he'll do it if you promise first. And all he asks you is that you don't stab him with your sword. So he's like, "Whoa, okay, all right, we'll get you your pizza."
Good.
I don't know what pepperoni is, but I'll find someone who does.
Thin, spicy sausage.
Leo, man, you got crazy since the last time I saw you. And
Hey, we had a deal. The deal was we'd come and have a drink with some pizza, and we talk. And now there's no pizza, so I'm not going to do no talking until we get my pizza.
All right. And he looks at the goon that's with him, and he's like, "You heard him, Holtz. Go get a pizza. Pepperoni this
Holtz.
time."
Go get a pizza.
Haig looks like a little shaky, and he kind of sits down, and now he's like side-eyeing Leo, like, "Please don't kill me, man. Like, I'm sorry about the fucking pizza, okay?" And Holtz runs out of the bar. Okay. So you guys have a second to sit down and have some small talk with Haig. Order another round of drinks if you want to, and then we can pick up after a break if we'd like to take one now with the rest of that conversation.
Sure. All right, everybody. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.